Hey guys, it's Joe from Finding Faith. Today I want to talk about something that's really important, bit of a somewhat heavy topic. But first, before we get into this, really quickly, how are you guys doing? I think it's important to just really take a step back and just really honestly ask yourselves, how are you? Is there something that you haven't dealt with that's been, silently plaguing you in the back of your mind? Are you not happy with how things are going for whatever reason? And is this something that is worth addressing? And if so, how? As a Christian individual, I think all problems can really be brought before God. We just have to make sure that we're bringing them before Him in a godly way and making sure that we're really putting Him first. All right, let's talk about the main topic of the video. Let's talk about the devil. Or should we not talk about the devil? Should we just kind of shove him aside and just, ignore him? I would suggest that there is a balance in how we view Satan. It's very easy to go to one of two extremes when it comes to talking about the devil. Extreme number one, on the left end, that's going to look like it's on my right. On the left end of the spectrum, we have the idea that Satan is behind all evil all the time. And when you start to look at it from this perspective a little bit too much, that makes Satan extremely powerful, borderline omnipotent, and omnipresent. Satan is not portrayed in the Bible as either of those things. Now on the right end of the spectrum, which is not to say the correct end, it's just my right side. On the other end of the spectrum, we have people who, believe in the God of the Bible, but don't believe in Satan. Now I've done two videos that talk about evil. I've done the origin of evil and I've done the problem of evil, basically explaining why evil has to exist and explaining where evil came from in these videos. Now I'll put links in the description so you can watch these videos and understand that basically, if you really do believe in the God of the Bible, you have to believe in Satan, because believing in the God of the Bible means believing in an infinitely holy God. And from an infinitely holy God cannot come death and decay and entropy and anything awful that plagues this world. So we've got these two extremes, and as you can see, neither of them fully are right. So the answer is we need to try and find this sort of balance. And the balance is going to look a little bit different for everyone. But can I suggest my personal take on the balance that's helped me? Because I've been on the end of the spectrum where I've thought for a period of time that there is no such thing as the devil. That was my early Christian life, and things have such changed because of my view of God, like I was describing. So, first of all, acknowledging that the devil has to be real is important to your Christian walk. But from there, we also have to understand that though he is involved in a lot of evil, he is not necessarily involved in every single evil thing that happens at all times. Sure, evil originated from the devil, but that doesn't mean that that horrible thought that you had the other day was because of the devil. Doesn't mean that when you slipped up the other day that it was because the devil made you do it. The devil doesn't make you do all evil. Sometimes evil just comes from us. And if you want biblical proof from the times where the devil actually did versus didn't make someone commit sins, read the Bible. Most of the time it's just mankind just being mankind. The devil does act sometimes, but we cannot blow him out of perspective. We have to acknowledge his existence and that he does do certain things. We can't know exactly what they are most of the time. The trick that works for me is I pray to God that He will remove my sins, help me to recognize my sins. I deal with my sins as best as I can. Where I can't deal with them, I wonder if maybe there's some spiritual warfare. I try and bring that before God. I try and tell other people about it so that they can pray for me, because, like any predator, the devil will try and single out people who are alone. You cannot be alone in your Christian walk. And I don't want you guys to think that I'm perfect at doing any of this, but it's getting a lot easier. It's getting better. I'm definitely happy where things are going in terms of how I view Satan's place. And how you view things doesn't have to be exactly the same as mine, but you should be aiming for a degree of balance. You should be putting God in high esteem. You should be acknowledging that you do have sin, as I have sin, as all of us have sin. Romans 3:23, Ecclesiastes 7:22, so on, so forth. And that's today's video. I understand that's controversial because that really messes with people on either end of the spectrum who have different views of Satan. But we need to be challenged once in a while. and we need to be putting God at the top, because if we're thinking too much about Satan, then we're putting Satan at the top, and if we're not thinking enough about Satan, then we're not really acknowledging the enemy, and we can't really fight the battle we need to be fighting. Yeah, that's all I really got for you today. So I hope that, guys, helped you out a little bit, and that this just really encourages you to really give at least a little bit of thought to where you guys stand in this area and other areas regarding your Christian walk and how you view spiritual warfare. And thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to my channel, comment, like, share my videos. Have a blessed day or blessed night. I'll see you in the next one.